Welcome to Monday Night Live, the Mountaineer Podcast. We got a special one tonight. Mountaineer Podcast, we celebrate our current athletes and honor our rich tradition and excellence in Madison County athletics. And tonight we have assistant coach Brandon Newts. Brandon, tough loss last night in the first round, Friday night, first round loss against Stewart's Draft. You want to talk about the game a little bit?
It was a tough one. You hate seeing it for the seniors. We were blessed with a good group of really tough seniors. They put in a lot of time. They had a lot of ups and downs in their careers here, but they never stopped battling. Aaron Fincham, Eli Myers, Avery Settle, JJ, countless others. They battled. We made more big mistakes than we made big plays. And in a playoff game, you can't have that. But, kudos to Stewart's Draft. They're a tough football team. They played a really clean, very good game. Their quarterback's a stud. That was a fast kid. We've seen some fast kids this year. He was a very talented football player. So kudos to them. No, they're headed to Buckingham. I may go catch that game. That's going to be two tough programs playing, but I can't be. And I know Helmick said it best in his postseason interview, and we've got a bunch of kids that are constantly working to leave the program better than they found it. And we came up a little short of our expectations this year. That's something we got to work to improve on next year, and in the years after that. But I can't speak highly enough about the kids' work ethic. It was a blessing to go to practice every day, even when the season didn't start the way we wanted it to. It's an easy time to check out, and we had a bunch of kids who didn't, and I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, that's all. Good to show a character in the kids when they don't give up on like that. It was just a lot of ups and downs in the seasons, and Larry couldn't be here tonight. He has a sickness in the family.
Yeah.
Couldn't be here, so Brandon came in last minute.
Short notice call.
Short notice, short notice. Yeah. So you want to talk about the season in a whole?
It was like I said, it didn't necessarily meet our expectation. We want more than 4-6, and I think it was good for the kids to see to be able to pass some of the programs that we're constantly running into that are putting the product out on the field that we want to be, of the off season, of getting in the weight room, and being able to win the battle up front. I think we've got a very, very talented core of young football players who are, they're going to be special, and I think they get it. And they've been in the weight room through their 8th and 9th grade year. And this sophomore year, the freshman class we have is going to be special. They're loaded with athletes. They've got a good line. The JV team just came off of a district championship. The future is very bright, and they've seen enough from the seniors the past 2 years to really learn how to compete. Now we need to take the next step. We need to clean up some things, and we need to get in the weight room. And we need to get in the weight room to where we can play up front and win some of these battles, because the Bull Run District, that's where the game's won or lost. It's up front, and you got to be able to hold your own and sit there and battle. So I think the off-season commitment, you're going to see that jump up, and that's from coaches and players. You're going to see that jump up. You're going to see that ramp up, and you're going to see a talented group come back out. With this year as a whole, it's the same thing. We opened it up with a tough schedule. I think Western Albemarle, Spotswood, they're all playoff teams. Buckingham is the 1 seed in the region. We didn't play a light schedule. We got that same schedule again next year. The beauty of that schedule is you learn to compete in that schedule, and you start coming out on the right side of things. You're ready for the postseason. So
and next year we'll have 6 home games, not 4.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, we played pretty well on the road this year. That was one point that we made to the kids going into the playoff game, just to, you're finding things to talk about and positives to build on. We were 2 possessions away from being undefeated on the road this year. That was a possession at Buckingham where we had a drive to tie it, and we had a chance to stop to win it. And then that was at Luray where we took a lead late and had a chance to stop for the win. So you're 2 possessions away from being 6-4. when you look at the whole of the season. So it's a game of you got to make more big plays and you make big mistakes, and we got to clean that up.
So I don't know if we talked about it last week or not. We had some kids make all district.
Yeah. So you had Aaron Fincham is the first one I'm going to start with because he's had a great career here. He's been a leader. He took on a very tough role as a sophomore. You throw a sophomore out as a starting quarterback and build around him. And then this year as a senior, he was second team. He was the second time in a row he got first team. Last year he was first team all-district quarterback, first team all-region quarterback. This year he got first team all-district all-purpose, which is a true fit to what he did for us. I think he was right at 19, almost 2,000 passing yards on the year, and then all-purpose, I think it came in to like 2,500, 2,400, something like that when you added his rush. He had, before the playoff game, he had 19, it was either 19 or 20 passing touchdowns, and he had 6 rushing, and then he added another 3 rushing touchdowns in the playoff game. So when you look at that, it's just in a high school career, somebody accounts for 2,400 of your yards through the air and on the ground and get you 24 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive.
He was pretty also impressive. First team all defense.
Yes, he was first team all district linebacker as well. He was.
I don't know if Madison's had many quarterbacks. First team all defense.
Yeah, Aaron will hit you. That's been the battle for the past 3 years of having him young. As a quarterback, you can't have a kid flustered. When I used to coach baseball at Culpeper, I had a coach always tell me it's really hard to have a young kid play shortstop and bat lead off because they got too much going on in the head. And then you start sitting there and you look at a kid at quarterback trying to force him onto the defensive side of the field as well as a young kid. That's a lot. But this year he was able to handle it. He never spiraled. He was always locked in. We had to give him a breather every now and then because I run the wheels off of him too on the offensive side. So we had to give him a breather every now and then. But, I mean, what a year to go out and be that productive on both sides of the ball in a very physical district,
And then we had a player that made history for Madison, Tylee Coates.
Oh, Tylee Coates, yeah. First female all-district in the Bull Run ever.
Yeah.
Yep. She got second team all-district kicker. She's automatic. I mean, it was a nice thing as an offensive coordinator to have a kicker go out and be as productive as she was. I mean, we got to the 15. There was points on the board. And extra points. I mean, I've had times in my career calling offenses where I'm sitting there crossing my fingers and watching, and it was nice to have a touchdown and turn my back and start circling and looking at the next drive because Tylee's automatic, you know, and it was really nice to have that. And, you know, what a kid. Outside of what she did, like between the lines, I'm excited to see what she does in soccer. I'm excited to see in whatever she does because she's going to be successful. She came in and did her job day in and day out, and it was laser focused. She was truly present at practice. She wasn't just there. She was there to work, and she was getting better at her craft. The other one, Stephon Turner.
Yes.
12 touchdowns on the year, I think.
For 9 games?
Yeah, 12 touchdowns, 9 games. He's up on the leaderboard for what I've seen with Max Preps. I think the top touchdown count in Virginia for receivers was at 15. Then there was one at 13, and then Stephon sitting tied for third with a bunch of kids at 12.
Right.
That was just a stat that I saw posted by Preps. We didn't have him for the last 2 games. He had a hamstring injury the day before Clark, and you know, we were hopeful about Stewart's draft, but a hamstring is what a hamstring is, and in the timeline of it, the day before Clark, we were 6 days from a hamstring injury, 7 days, going into a playoff game, and it was just, you don't bounce back that quick from a hamstring. But, I mean, what a kid. He had to play behind Will Dickey last year, who was first-team All-State, first-team All-Region, very good receiver, and he got a bulk of the touches, and Stephon never complained. He played his second-man role, and then this year when he got his chance to have a bulk of the touches, he did the most with it. He did a really nice job, and we missed him when he wasn't out there. But what a year for him. That was huge. And then on the offensive side of the ball, to round that up, we had JJ, our right tackle. He got first-team All-District. He's got an offer to VMI to play football, and then he and then Avery Settle, he got second team all district center, which the kid from Strasburg is really good.
Yeah.
He was all state last year, so he got second team to him, and then he was a second team all district defensive lineman as well.
Gotcha.
And then we had another one of the freshmen, to go back into that point, Liam Frazier got second team defensive back as a freshman.
That's good.
Which, in those meetings, it's hard to get a freshman any kind of love. So him getting second team was a big deal as a freshman to go in there and get those votes. He did a nice job. Had a big pick at Clark. A lot of tackles where he came up and made a lot of plays, helped the defense out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's it, all of them?
I believe so. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I
Well,
believe so. And if I do, I'm sorry.
we want to thank you for coming out, Brandon. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to add?
No, it's just a blessing to be a part of it. It's cool that y'all are doing this show because I always say I'm going to stay and talk and get out, and then I sit here and get a little history lesson, and it really brings it in full circle. What a blessing it is to be able to be here and be a part of this. We got wrestling season coming up.
Yeah.
We started that last week.
I'll have
so-
you come back and talk about
That
wrestling.
sounds good.
And I know before the Mike Sacra tournament,
Yes, sir.
I want to have a show about Mike.
Yeah.
And get some people to come in and
That'll
talk
be,
about that too.
he's more than deserving of that, so that'd be awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out.
Yes, sir. I
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Tonight, for the rest of the show, we're going to talk about a certain date in Madison history. November 21st, 1997. It was the regional, I think it was the regional finals at Powhatan. And we have a host of people here tonight. When I say host, we got a bunch of them. As you can see, the table's gotten bigger. First off, we have the play-by-play guys here. We're here for that night. Rod Ballard and Dave Norfolk. You guys come and sit here. From Madison, we have Jared Tanner. Come on, Jared. Number 11. We got Casey Brown, Donald Dotson, and Ace Eanes. And from Powhatan Indians. Now, this is something, ever since we started this, from the Powhatan Indians, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And your name is?
I'm Tom Paquette.
Tom Parkett, number 41.
I was number 6.
Number 6. And you, sir?
Jay Woodson.
Jay Woodson.
I was quarterback.
Oh, awesome. This is really great. This is something we've talked about doing, that we can have a show with not just the Madison point of view of games and seasons, but also from the opponent's side. And thank you guys for coming up.
Sure.
You guys came up from how far?
I live in Charlottesville. He lives in Richmond.
I'm still in Powhatan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Madison's history of Powhatan, if we want to go over here, I went back and did some digging.
Uh-oh.
Madison first played Powhatan in 1963. If I tell my age, I was 2 years before I was born. So Madison won that game, but the series was 7-6 in favor of Madison. Madison played them from 63 to 69 in the regular season. Then when 74 came along, it was in the playoffs. First time Madison played them in 74, we lost at Charlottesville at Albemarle High School, 34-18. In 78, we won at home 13-0. In 79, we lost 22-40 at Powhatan. Then in 91, came back and won 24-21 at Madison.
Oh, remember that game? I was the kid on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And then 96, you guys beat us 51-22 at Madison. And I believe we were undefeated that year, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe we lost to Strasburg or something. Anyway, that was a really big season. And then 98, we won 21-15. That was the year we won the state. We became a state runner-up against Powell Valley. So 97 is what we're going to talk about tonight, 14-11. Now, before we get started here, I want to talk about, you guys want to talk about the Powhatan season that year, up to Madison game?
Sure, we can.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we were coming off of a state championship in '96. So, yeah, we beat Giles in the state finals in Richmond. And I think we had I think it was a 5 or 6 game winning streak, I think, to finish the season. So we got off to a pretty good start in '97. Our quarterback, which was his older brother, left, was at James Madison, and then I came in as a sophomore. So we've got this 6'1", 240.
35.
Okay, we'll go to
235.
6'1", 235, running a 4.5 40. I mean, a legit 4.5 40.
for sure.
I bet you
Yeah.
can still do that, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah. When I'm sleeping in my dreams.
Yeah. So we had a pretty good game plan for the year set out. So we had some other good key players, but Tom was the show, and my father was the head coach. So we
Okay.
had plenty of talks about what we were going to do for the year, and it was pretty obvious what our game plan was going to be. So we started off the year really well when we were undefeated
Yeah, we
going through.
were undefeated coming into this game.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Madison, and I think the game before that we had beat Central Lunenburg at home, which was always a big rival.
But
You
we
guys-
played you guys the year before in the States as well,
right,
right?
That's right. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. So, what district are you? Were you guys in the James River then?
James River then. Yep.
So it was Lunenburg, you guys?
Lunenburg, Amelia County, Goochland County, Cumberland County, I think
Buckingham.
Randolph, Henry,
Prince Edward?
Fluvanna was in there for a little bit, and then Prince Edward. Yep.
Yeah.
Not away.
So you guys,
were
once
one
you left the
division
James River, when you went to the Jefferson?
We went to, I think before we went to the Jefferson district, we were in, gosh, what was the name of that district? Well, that was in 99 we switched. So we were in James River through 98, the 98
Right.
season.
And you're now a 3A school, 4A?
We're 4A.
4A now,
Yep.
yeah. Powhatan Indians. So, I want to introduce these two guys. Rod and Dave, you called the game.
We were there. It was wet.
It was wet.
It was really wet. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about leading up to the game. I know these guys probably want the answer to that question too, but there's always been a lot of talk as to how that game get played that day. And a lot of people think it should have been postponed or whatever. Yeah, I know. You guys thinking sour grapes? Sour grapes.
It worked out great.
Yeah, it worked out good for you guys.
It's called
But
home field advantage.
your father was the coach, right? Do you know anything about what leading up or anything?
Yeah, I mean,
What went into
Sure.
what goes into the decision making?
I think he takes pride in his football field and
Yes.
the condition of the field. And granted, you're in November, so the Bermuda grass obviously is not quite the same. It's dormant, so it doesn't, hold moisture the way that it would in the summer. But he thought that the field was fine and would withstand it. I would say that at the beginning of the game, there wasn't any rain. It was a little wet, but then it came on.
It got really bad.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Towards
After
the second half.
halftime, it was
It was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
So I know that didn't play into
Well, I think,
Madison's favor there because they threw the ball quite a bit.
the thought was at the time Madison was built. You guys were built for that type of game, and Madison was built for dry weather. And
I would agree with that. Yep.
That's
and
always been
so
the
it
case.
was always a feeling. And I'm not saying it. I'm just saying the feeling was maybe if it was
He's not saying it,
Good.
but he's saying it.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it.
different conditions, maybe it would have been a different outcome.
Could have, maybe. You're right.
Maybe I would have been a little bit faster if it was.
You might have been.
You were only a 4-7 that night in the mud.
I think no, that's a good point. I think especially in the playoffs when you start postponing games, then it's a disadvantage
Yeah.
for the next teams down the line or the team that wins. Do they not get the same prep? So I think everybody wanted to play the game if they could, try to make it happen.
And I know-
I don't think there was any malintent there where we would try to hold it off or try to play it in bad weather.
And I know you probably the only choice you had was the next day, and it could have been worse then too. So
True.
who knows? Up until the Madison season that year, we started off beating Fluvanna, lost to Culpeper 35-12, beat Luray, then we beat Brentsville, and then Brentsville game was in September 20th, won 44-6. That was the night they dedicated the field to Coach Eddie Dean. Then we went on to beat Strasburg, lost to Orange, lost to William Road 56-8.
No, that's not true.
No,
That is not-
that's wrong.
Huh?
That's
Definitely
wrong.
wrong.
It was the other way around.
It says L right there.
No,
but
that site's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Where'd you go to school?
All these
Jared?
guys will tell you that's wrong.
Did you guys play? Did Madison play Lunenburg that year?
That's the team they beat to get to
Okay,
you
and
guys.
so yeah, Lunenburg had big Anthony Davis.
That's right.
Yeah.
They did have Big Anthony.
Because I lined up I didn't realize he had gone to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I lined up against him at Virginia Tech. And he's like, "Hey, Paquette." I was like, "Oh, hey, Anthony, how you doing?" And so it was just, I didn't even know, like, even leading up and, like, reading your packet about who's blocking.
Right.
I didn't put two and two together that was him.
Yeah.
And then we had this nice little moment. And then then he blocked down, and I went in, and I hit a pulling guard from Virginia Tech, and it was a different deal there. I got smashed. He was a big boy. That was Michael Vick's first game when James Madison played Virginia Tech, and he went crazy on us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was flipping the end zone.
Right,
game.
yeah.
So then we ended up beating Riverheads, then Wilson, Gap, Buffalo Gap, and the Lunenburg game was, I guess, the first round of playoffs. We won 17-14. Guys, anything you guys remember any of these games?
The Greene County game in the senior year is the one we beat them. They were ranked like top 5 in the state.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
I didn't play well that game.
Somebody
so,
did not put this on here right. It's on our
we
website.
definitely never got beat by Williamsboro like that.
The Dragons.
Actually,
we didn't lose to Williamsboro. We definitely didn't lose
I'm
like
not.
that.
I'm thinking we didn't even lose in a single sport to Green.
Man, those guys are riled up now.
They did beat us in basketball.
I'll say
I
it
know how to trigger you guys,
didn't
man.
beat us in basketball.
Sure.
one time.
I was
Messed up, man.
That's Anthony Davis fell on me.
That's what it says on here. Who did?
Daniel Webb.
This Lindbergh?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Anthony Davis fell on him. We still talk about that to this day.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis went on to be. I mean, he was on the NFL. He was like an
I
all-pro.
wouldn't surprise. I don't know if he went quite that far. He went to Tech. I mean, he was a good 6'5", 315.
Yeah, he lined up against me in that.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
He was
No doubt
big.
about that.
Did he beat his match when he fit?
He was crying when the game was over. But maybe it's because they lost. Had to do with me.
That's anything to do with you, right?
Oh my God. Anthony, sorry, brother.
Yeah, so
I hope he watches
microphone
this.
been off the whole time.
Great.
Anyway, so yeah, that was a big deal. I mean, I know Powhatan broke Madison's hearts a lot of times in the playoffs. I mean,
They got us not only in football, they got us in basketball.
In
too.
basketball as
So they
well.
beat us our junior year. You beat us in this playoffs in football. We went and played in basketball at U-Haul. Got beat by Powhatan at U-Haul.
That's right.
Turned around the next year, played in football again, and got beat again our senior year. So
yeah.
That's right.
we had
Yeah,
a lot
maybe
of
we shouldn't have
we had a
just
lot of
eaten that
animosity
food
towards
without eating.
Yeah, it was crazy about looking back all those years and about the weather and all that stuff and game conditions, and everybody's still here talking about it. People don't never forget. You know, you remember the wins, but you daggone sure don't forget the losses either.
Yeah, we were just talking about that too. It's like what we remember the game, but obviously it's going to sting more on the other side. You're going to remember every single little detail,
Right.
Whereas we had a couple more games that to kind of put some more memories in the memory bank. But I we have the same feeling. I know we both remember the game that we lost in the state championship,
Right.
probably more so than
Right.
than Julius Jones and those guys at Powell Valley.
Oh, so that's who y'all played the state championship?
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
we know all about that.
Yeah.
The next year we faced them too.
Yeah.
Did you guys beat him?
No.
Lost.
Was Julius Jones still playing?
It was
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
senior
It
year.
was his
Next
senior
year.
year.
He ran for 320 yards.
Yeah, 27-14. I mean, once he got past the line of scrimmage going on the end, he was gone.
I think he set like a state record for most yards in a game or something in the
Yeah.
state championship.
And he had two of them
Yeah,
called back,
it was-
I believe.
yeah. They ran toss right,
They
toss
were-
left. It was.
What do you guys remember about Julius Jones?
Yeah, he was just fast as lightning. I remember running against him in track too, because I made it to the States in the 100 and 200, And he-
6'1", 200.
and he beat me by a good 150 feet.
You had to be
Good God, I didn't stand a chance.
in 100 meters.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that much, but it was,
You
I
had to be
mean,
the biggest guy in track ever in 100 meters. Man, that's
It
huge.
didn't look right.
We knew about him. Trust me, we knew about him
we knew
coming
about
in. We knew about him coming in.
The other end trying to tackle a guy coming at you that can run like that.
Yeah, it's not cool. Ace, tell him what you said at the dinner table. That Tom was the toughest.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. Tom Paquette was probably the toughest football player I ever played against.
Oh, well,
in high
thanks.
school, college, anywhere.
For sure.
He was a tough tough ball player.
Well, I
Like
appreciate
you
that.
said,
I
you got
appreciate that.
four or five coming at you, 240 pounds, 235 pounds.
Yeah, he was
That's a different
impressive.
story.
I mean, those guys are always Palatine was always really physical. And, and historically, Mass, we'd never play well in the rain games.
I do remember Tom giving the old Heisman in the end zone. When
I bet I did. I was such I got so embarrassed watching the film. Luckily, our film is so grainy, you can barely see it. But I'm doing stuff after the play that I coach now. I'm the defensive coordinator at St. Anne's Belfield. And I see these kids coming in doing the same stupid stuff that I was doing. And I try to get mad at them. I'd be like, I'd be doing the same thing. I was a hothead.
Julius Jones did it to us, too.
But he cleared that goal line, and the first step he took in, he would just like this.
And he was able
I'm
to stand
sorry.
up on one leg in the mud. That's even more impressive.
If he wasn't flipping over
creepers.
the end zone he did that in the regional game against you guys in '96.
Rod, you got some stats here. How about some stats on
Yeah, let's go.
Tom?
Can I just say real quick that this is really impressive? The football community, bringing back Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
And I coach at St. Anne's Belfield, and we're trying to bring back that program there. And just to feel the community, to see these friends at this table, to bring me and Jay haven't hung out and talked about this stuff in years, but just through football and the friendships that we have through football and the community that's built around football is something that's really special, beautiful. And I'm really glad you guys are leaning into it with a thing like this. It really is a commendable deal. So thank you guys
We've been doing
for
this
doing
all
it.
year. We've had every week we would have current players and the coaches come on. We've also done other sports too. And then we always end with guys from the past, and everybody seems to be enjoying it. We've got guys coming in from the early 70s, and 80s and 90s, all that. And that's back when the Madison's the glory years of football. And we had a lot of characters in Madison.
Heck yeah.
Good character, but also a lot of funny guys and tell a lot of good stories. But go ahead, Rod.
Was it normal for you to carry 31 times in a game? I'm going to guess because of the weather, they
so.
leaned on you pretty hard.
Yeah.
Was that a 30 carries? Was not out of the ordinary
I don't
for
think
you?
so. I think I was giving the ball quite a bit.
Yeah.
But
Thir-
yeah.
31 carries, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns.
right,
So Ace, he was coming at you guys all night long. All night long.
I did have talking to Jay, we dug up some of these highlight films, and to see our offensive line that I was running behind. Yeah, I'm a big dude, but I was running behind Skip Carlton, who went to play at VMI, and he was every bit of 6'4", 260. Then Carl Murch, he didn't have that height, but he was he was a big load. And then we had Marcus Johnson, who ended up playing with me at JMU. And so we had a small college offensive line that I was running behind.
I swear one of the guys worked at I have to talk about that, but I remember seeing one of the guys at a local establishment that he worked at, and I walked by him, and it was, I can't remember which one it was, but he was he played a little bit of that kind of fullback position.
It was probably Rod Robinson, who we called Boo.
Yes.
Rest in
yes.
peace.
Yes.
We
But,
miss you, buddy.
It's unfortunate. But I remember seeing him at a local establishment and saying, I remember you from Palatine. And we had a good time. We talked, but it was one of those where you were so big at your position, there's no way I could not remember you. But he was huge. I remember that dude being big. He was that big fullback they had.
So Donald, I see the final score was 14-11. Did you miss a field goal somewhere along the line?
Yes, I think I did.
It was a long one, though. It was a
You know how
long
far
one.
it was?
42 yards. It was
In the
down the
rain.
middle,
In the
but it was
mud.
about 5 yards short.
You could have said a couple feet.
Okay.
Partially blocked.
It hit
something
the
like that.
it hit the crossbar. Okay.
Yeah, much better.
Anything else you got on there?
Well, one thing that stands out to me, Rod, is look at the passing attempts. You see that Madison was built to throw.
Jay, they didn't need you much
Nope.
that night.
Nope.
You were the
You threw for
handoff. You
all
were the
of,
handoff guy. You completed 2 passes.
For 26 yards.
And I was okay with that.
No picks. Nate, no picks, no sacks. No
go.
picks,
That's
no
right.
sacks.
We ran a lot of off tackle. We ran a lot of counters, and ran a couple of tosses, I think. But Tom was the primary back, and like you said, we had some great linemen, and it's tough to bring Tom down in wet circumstances like that. So we really didn't need to push it, and we knew we had Madison up against the wall, knowing how they like to throw the ball. So yeah.
Well, Nick Wingate, he was 13 out of 26, even in the rain. That's a pretty good performance from him.
He was number 7.
Yeah.
Where is he these days?
Yeah.
I think last time I heard, he's got a farm in Georgia or something like that. But,
Good for him.
Kentucky, is it? But
He went to the military.
yeah, went to military.
Who is Madison's greatest football player?
Raymond
Depends on the
Kirkley.
decade, to be honest with you. Yeah.
What about from our day?
Raymond Kirkley.
Raymond
Recently,
Kirkley.
Raymond Kirkley, yeah.
He was
He
in
was
that
a
game.
sophomore.
Okay,
he was a
cool.
sophomore that year.
And where did he end up going? Did he end up going
He
to
went
playing
to
college?
Pitt.
He went to
Pitt.
Pitt.
He played at Pitt.
Then he went to the Redskins.
No kidding.
Yeah. He was on the practice squad, but he had broke his arm in high school, and it never healed correctly. And the last physical he had with the Redskins, he didn't pass it.
I got you. Well, that's cool that you had
Still
somebody go
cool.
that far.
Still cool.
Yeah, he literally played with a cast his entire 3 years of high school, last 3 years. So we went up to Pittsburgh to see him his freshman year, and literally hadn't seen him catch a football for real with his hands because he'd always had a broken arm. So he comes rolling out of the backfield, they toss it. I'm like, oh, he does catch the ball with his hands. It was a funny pick. It was pretty funny. But he had a good career at Pittsburgh.
He was a great player, yeah.
Great guy.
Yep.
What did Casey have?
Casey, you caught 5 passes, 78 yards, and a touchdown at the end. Jared, you caught 4 passes for 55 yards.
There you go, fellas.
Yeah.
Donald.
Raymond, 32 yards on 11 carries. But let's talk about the end of the game. That's kind of like the last minute was sort of your Madison's kind of highlight reel from that game. There was a turnover, or it was a short punt with about a minute to go. It was 14-3. Casey, take it from there.
So
Did you burn one of these guys on your
Just-
31-yard touchdown?
just driving rain, and so it was a long touchdown. I remember that. I remember that it was just on a fade, just scored with, I don't know how, not just seconds left to go.
19 seconds.
19 seconds
Then
left
you
to
caught
go.
the 2-point
Caught the
conversion
two-point
pass.
conversion as well, and then we got the onside kick. I think Jason Klein. Jason Klein recovered the onside kick. We moved the ball at least one play and got into field goal position, but we didn't really have the ability to kick the field goal because it was driving rain. So we went for it on 3rd and I think 8 maybe.
Yeah, it was third down.
And we ended up throwing an interception on 3rd down and ball game.
What was his name? Adams?
Mel Adams.
Mel Adams made a diving intercept. Well, it was the horn had already sounded, but he picked it off, and
That's
that was that. Yeah.
That was a good buddy of ours.
Shout out Mel Adams. He went on to play baseball at UNC.
Okay.
Heck of an athlete.
Heck of an
drafted.
athlete.
Had some athletes.
Man,
He's a good athlete.
he was part of that counter
Yeah, he was.
all the time.
Him and Lee Good.
That Lee Good, that's
Lee
right.
Good. He's still around Powhatan, right?
He is, yeah, number 1.
Those are 2 guys I remember as well.
But I'll say about that goal fade. Whenever we got inside the 30 and the play came to the huddle and it was goal fade, I knew it was a touchdown. It was automatic. Automatic.
I appreciate it, man.
So what about the next game after this? Who did you all play?
I think we played Buffalo Gap.
That's right.
We played.
And-
New
okay, so-
Kent.
We played New Kent.
Oh, we played New Kent.
New Kent at New Kent in the state semifinals, and it was 13-6, I think.
So when did we play Buffalo
We
Gap
played
before
Buffalo
these
Gap,
guys?
Buffalo Gap before them, yeah, in
Okay.
the regional.
Because my mom
semifinal.
keeps a journal, and so I reached out to her. I was like, "Hey, did you write anything in the journal about this Madison game?" And she didn't. She wrote about the Buffalo Gap game.
Okay.
So you guys played New Kent, you said?
New Kent, yep.
Yeah. So they
On their
really
home field.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a close game.
well, they rusted a couple bad years there because we beat them in '98 and '99.
Right.
They were really close games.
Yep.
No, 98 game one. The 99 game at New Kent was a close one when you were winning state. Jay, you want to talk about your dad, Eddie, the coach?
Sure. Yeah, he started. he started there in '78, and then was the JV coach, assistant varsity coach, and then got the head coaching job in '85, and coached till 2018. So,
Oh, really?
Yep, he was there for quite a long time, and we had 2 state titles, '96 and 2003, and then 2 runner-ups, '97, and then I think 2005. They were runner-up there. But yeah, tons of regional titles. I think almost double digits. Maybe we had 10. But I remember as a kid in the early '90s and '80s, we were pushing. It was always Central Lunenburg was obviously in the '80s and '90s they won.
Yeah.
I think they won 7 state championships in that
Chippy
15 year
Chapel.
Chippy Chapel. So. I think in '91, finally we beat Central Lunenburg in the first round of the playoffs, and that's when we played you guys here.
Yeah.
And I remember that game. Again, I was a ball boy on the sidelines, and it was a close game, and you guys threw a double pass.
Yeah, trick play. I remember
at
that.
the end of the game.
On the
And I
radio,
just-
listening to it.
I remember as a kid, I was like, that was illegal. You can't do that. It can't be right. It can't be right. But yeah, that was be here on that field, and I think Coach Eddie Dean was the coach on the other
Oh, yeah.
side then still. So
Yeah.
and obviously my father knew who he was and respected him. He'd been coaching for Madison for a lot longer, and he still is in the top 5 winningest coaches of all time in the VHSL. So. To even compete against him, I know it was a big honor for him, and then to come back years later and finally, get a win in the playoffs. In '96 and then '97 were big, and then '98 I was still playing. We lost to you guys back here in '98. So we've had some good rivalries in the playoffs for sure. But yeah, he loved it, and I think he grew up at Powhatan and played at James Madison, and came back and.
He's the single most competitive human being I've ever met. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But I remember being in high school, and Coach Woodson was the gym teacher, and I remember this moment where he stepped in and played in a pickup basketball game that I was playing in randomly when there were some young ladies in the game. So it's not a meaningful basketball game. And Coach Woodson comes in there and is sliding around with like church shoes on,
yeah.
playing as hard as he possibly can against these kids. And the game ended. Your dad is just sweating through his like button-up shirt, hands on his knees, breathing. I'm just like, this dude's built different, man.
Did he win?
Yeah, I'm sure he did. He wouldn't let us finish until he had won.
Run it again.
But that says something for him too. I mean, you guys moved up to 3A at 40 while he was there.
Yep,
And still were successful.
we were single A, then it moved up to double A, obviously, and then, I guess it was, single A, Division I, Division II, 3, 4, that's the way it used to be, and now it's just all straight Division 6, but yeah, we moved all the way up to Division 4, and still we're competing even at that level, so.
And I guess Goochland was a real big rival for you guys.
Goochland
too.
was one of that was just over the river, so 15 minutes away. That was one of our biggest rivalries every year.
kinda
We
like-
played them last, the last game of the year in the regular season every year. So
That's
that
kind of
was-
like Madison and Green, the big
Yeah.
rivals. I bet nobody got y'all score wrong like I did.
We did, Tanner and I did get a little bit of payback when we were at Eastern View. I will make that. Tanner and I coached at Eastern View football for a while, and we actually got to go down and play Powhatan when they were number 1. I think it was like 2010.
Yep.
So I was offensive coordinator for Powhatan, so we did get a little bit of payback, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
A little personal way, if you will, when coming down to play them, but that was a lot of fun.
You
that
guys
year.
y'all had a good team.
Yeah, we actually didn't make the playoffs that year. It was really weird. We were not a top 4 team, and then the other team down basically had ineligible players. So we literally packed all of our stuff up on a Monday morning. Found out Tuesday afternoon we were actually going to make the playoffs. Had practice Wednesday, and then played Powhatan on Friday. So it was a heck of a week for us, for sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy how playoffs are now. I was looking down the classifications this week. There's one team is 1-9 on the season, and they made the playoffs. That's
That happened.
crazy. 2-8 teams, 3-7 teams.
No way.
Of course, we made it 4-6,
like
but
that,
a
2000
1-9 team.
That was, I don't know if they still do it this way, but that was back when you could play up, and if you played a team in a higher division and lost, you still got points, and if you played a team below
Yeah,
you, then
yeah.
you would almost get less points for winning a game. It was,
I mean,
it was a crazy system they
We
had
had
back
teams
then.
of 8-2. Was your senior year, Brandon?
We were 6-4, 7-3, 8-2, and never made it.
Yeah,
No
man.
kidding.
Wow.
it's crazy.
The 8-2 year was surprising. I think Goochland beat us out because they had played 2 private schools, and there was some way that they did the power points back then. Because they beat us out, they were 64. 64, we were 8-2, and they beat us out because of the way they did the points with the plan.
That was your senior year, right?
My senior year.
Yeah,
that was a really good team.
Yeah, that was, we went down to Manassas Park and played and
Yes.
won that
We
game.
were supposed to beat Manassas Park, but we were in. And I think we housed them. It was like 50-something to 6. And we were all excited, and then got told right after the game, like, you're not in. That was devastating.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'll never forget.
That was the Logan Terrell years.
Yes.
I think he was a junior that year, and it was just.
And then the next
Junior
year,
Green 124 called on the first play of the game. You just watch him go, and it was like, that's gonna be a nice night.
and then the next year we went to Logan and we played
Yeah.
at Alta Vista.
Yep.
And that was pouring down rain too that night.
Yeah, Logan was special. Logan was.
Yeah, he was a beast. He was a beast. Well, anything else you guys want to add?
Not really.
Should have played it on Saturday.
Yeah, I should.
It was muddy.
I was thinking that.
Thank
I'd
you
already
guys.
made my point, so I wasn't going to belabor it.
This is the first time we've done this, and with this kind of format with having opposing teams come in. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having
So
us.
much.
It's
We
really
appreciate
awesome
it.
you guys
Yeah.
come up here. Let's
Yeah,
give a
heck
big
yeah.
round of applause. Thank you.
Thank y'all
For having us.
And
y'all.
thank you, Madison guys. Really appreciate you guys coming. And you got anything you want to add?
I'll just say, Coach Eddie Dean always believed in a 2-platoon system. I never got to play defense my whole career until Tom Paquette. I got to play defense in that game. So thank you. I always remember.
That was the one thing Ace and I both talked. We were like, I don't remember a lot from that game, but I remember playing both ways the entire time.
We
Because
got to sleep.
Yep. He was like, Ace and I got stuck in the middle of that game. Doesn't sound like we did a whole lot to stop you, though.
It seemed like we did better than
Yeah,
that.
it feels like it, but now that you hear those numbers, you're like, nah, not so much.
How many yards did you rush for that year? And
think it
don't
was-
tell me you don't know. You
I don't know. I know. I had those records for the single season rushing and the touchdowns in a single season.
Yeah.
I think it was 28 touchdowns,
think
or maybe it
it was
was
maybe-
24 touchdowns and
Yeah.
1,800 yards or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you guys
But
do a
the-
Hall of Fame in Powhatan?
We don't have a Hall of Fame at Palatine, no. Maybe that's something we need to start.
We just started up this year, and that was an awesome event. It was a lot of fun.
That's a good way to get people, in the community get involved again.
Yes, it was a really awesome event. We had 10 inductees, and we had one state championship team.
Really
I guess
cool.
the 2010 basketball team was inducted. So it was a really special event. Well, anybody else got anything else to add? Thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, radio legends, Rod and Dave.
Thank you, Dave and Rod.
Thanks for dragging us up here.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We're going to probably be off for a couple of weeks. Basketball season starting up soon. We'll talk a little bit about basketball and about wrestling. Brandon, I got that in. And then we'll probably be on once every couple of weeks or so. Won't be every week again. So, but thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it, and see you next time. Go Mountaineers!
Thanks for coming, guys.
Absolutely.
That was really
fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Brought back some good memories. Thank you. Very nice to see you and meet you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's get a picture.
If you get in there.
Where you live in Charlottesville?
I live east of town in Troy. I own the James River Runners, which is like a canoe livery.
Okay,
down
yeah.
you own
We
outside
never
of
run into
Scottsdale.
Charlottesville.
Yeah,
I thought I'd seen you somewhere before.
yeah. I just
You
purchased
get
it.
interviewed when the water's not high enough, or when it's too
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
You're that guy.
Exactly.
Here, I'm gonna let you have this.
Oh, cool.
So, I did the radio. You're getting it.
We want to do a picture.
Oh, okay.
Get everybody in.
Palatine got to stay on this side.
You guys get in front of me.
James River Runners, that's probably.
Get your eyes.
Oh, yeah, one more, sorry.
Hey,
Thank you.
I'm too used to getting in front of the
How long
TV
that
camera.
last, Chuck?